Hey there warriors, we are quickly going to implement this data loading with Tailwind only inside of our Next.js application. This is our users page where we are displaying all the user data inside of our table, and we are getting all the users from database using TRPC API endpoint. So currently on our users page, when we refresh, we are getting all the data. It takes maybe 1 second to get all the data, and we want to put here that modern looking loading skeleton. So first thing we need to do is to catch that loading event. And with TRPC, that one is really easy. Here with our users, we can just put here, for example, here, we can put users.isPending, and that one is basically our loading event. And there we can just put some h2 tag and say loading. So now if I refresh here, we're going to get that loading. As you can see, when I refresh, we are getting loading text, and that one is great. We are going to use this event to show our loading skeleton, and if you're not using TRPC, you can just simply create one boolean state, and then you can just set loading to true, and then await your data, and after that just put set loading to false, and that one is going to be enough. It's completely the same thing like we are doing here. So now we need to display our skeleton based on our isPending. If we check here in our table body, we see that we are displaying users data only if it exists. So this is a perfect spot to move our isPending. And here, instead of this h2 loading text, we're going to put this entire table row like this. And for now, I'm going to remove this key and remove all these user stuff that we are displaying like this. And here, this div, it's going to be different. So now we are starting to style our skeleton. I'm going to put padding of 5, then background gray 300, and rounded to be XL. So now if we check here our loading, we see that we are already getting the part of our loading skeleton. It just needs to be a little bit darker. I'm going to put background gray 400 and opacity of 30. So this /30 is the same like we placed background opacity 30. It's really much more convenient to do it like this. And now if we check it, yes, now it's looking much better. I'm going to remove all these class names that we are not using, and I'm going to copy the div that we use here in each table cell like this, and here also, and here. So now let's see how does it look. Okay, it's nice. It's just this ID needs to be a little bit longer, so it's the same, like let's say width of 60%, maybe like this. Oh no, it's too much. Let's put it 40, and now it's probably, yes, it's okay. 40 is totally fine. And now we are going to multiply these by 5. So before our render here, we are going to put like this, just simple array from, and then inside we're going to put length of 5, and we're going to map that whole thing. Map. So first parameter we're not going to use, we just need index for that one, and we are going to, after that, to display this whole thing. I'm closing here my whole array from, and we need now our key. That's why we need this index, and now we should have it, yes, multiplied by 5. And this one is now already looking much better. Only thing left is to put that famous animate pulse. So we are going to put it on table row, animate pulse like this. That's the Tailwind animation, which is going to give us that pulse loading. And here it is. We cannot see it really good because loading is really fast, but we are going to add a promise inside of our users API route here. So here is the route. Here before our await, we are just going to say await new promise, and we are going to use resolve, and then we need set timeout So here we're going to do resolve after 3 seconds, and this one should work. Let's try it out. So now we should have 3 seconds of loading. And yes, here it is. It looks really nice, much better. Let's try it out in light mode. So in light mode, that's it. Awesome. I pushed all this code to the public GitHub repository. You have the link in the description below. It's the Orcish Fullstack Admin. If you haven't seen it yet, check out the videos, how are we building it together on my YouTube channel, and join the Horde, subscribe.